The FBI and multiple international law enforcement agencies are renewing warnings about violent online criminal networks that allegedly recruit and manipulate minors through gaming platforms, social media communities, encrypted chats, and live streaming spaces. And unlike a lot of internet moral panic stories, this one is real. Investigators across the United States, Canada, and Europe say decentralized online groups connected to what is commonly referred to as the COM have allegedly been linked to sextortion, swatting attacks, cybercrime, blackmail, violent coercion, and organized online exploitation targeting children and teenagers. What makes the story especially disturbing is that many of the recruitment pathways reportedly begin in places most parents would consider ordinary internet culture: Discord servers, gaming communities, live stream chats, social media groups, encrypted messaging apps. According to the FBI, these networks often target isolated or vulnerable teenagers online, then gradually pressure them into escalating behavior through intimidation, humiliation, threats, or extortion. In some documented cases, victims were allegedly coerced into producing explicit material, participating in dangerous acts, or harming themselves while offenders recorded or distributed the content online. And investigators say these networks do not behave like traditional organized crime groups. There may be no formal leadership structure, no headquarters, no territory, no clear membership list. Instead, participants move between anonymous accounts, private servers, gaming platforms, Telegram channels, and constantly shifting online communities. According to Europol and multiple investigative reports, platforms originally designed for gaming, entertainment, and social interaction are increasingly being exploited for organized criminal recruitment and psychological manipulation. The Guardian described parts of the COM ecosystem as interconnected online subcultures driven by extortion, shock content, and status-seeking behavior. 404. Media reported that some of the communities function less like gangs and more like adaptive online ecosystems, where anonymous users compete for attention, influence, and notoriety through increasingly extreme behavior. That distinction matters because it changes how law enforcement has to respond. Traditional organized crime investigations usually focus on leadership structures, financial operations, or physical organizations. But decentralized online criminal ecosystems can rapidly regenerate even after arrests or platform bans because there is often no central structure to dismantle. A banned server can reappear elsewhere within hours. A recruiter can create a new anonymous identity within minutes. A network can scatter across multiple platforms almost instantly. Authorities in multiple countries have warned that the internet is allowing criminal communities to scale internationally in ways that would have been far more difficult a generation ago. Not because technology created violent behavior, but because modern online systems allow anonymous people across different countries to locate one another, reinforce one another, and escalate one another in real time. And in many cases, investigators say the targets are teenagers who initially believed they were simply joining ordinary online spaces connected to gaming, memes, or internet culture. At this point, experts say the concern is larger than any single network. It is the emergence of internet native criminal ecosystems that operate across borders, platforms, and identities while adapting faster than many enforcement systems were originally designed to handle. And it raises a growing question for governments, parents, and technology companies alike. What happens when organized crime no longer needs a street corner, a cartel compound, or even a country to operate? If you appreciate news presented in short, easy to follow bites that blends the content of the story with the deeper context behind it, make sure to like, subscribe, and share.